This is Retro Defense, a tower defense game I've been working on for 5 years, and it only has one mode, but for the past year I've been working on medium mode. Today I'll be showcasing the new mode and seeing how far I can progress. I played on the Monkey Road map, and this is one of the easiest maps, having a long track and plenty of turns and corners. On wave 1 I placed a paintball near the first turn and I upgraded it to paintball gear for extra range and faster shooting. At the start of wave 3 I placed a code for passive income and to help with more extensive upgrades later on. So far only Rebel and Fast Rebel enemies have appeared. On wave 4, infected enemies spawn, but they have resistances, a new feature appearing in this mode. They have two resistances. Firstly, taking 30% less damage from explosions, for example, bomber, paintballer, and mortar. Its second resistance takes 10% more damage from bullets, for example, recruit, sharpshooter, and heavy gunner. So we can use this to our advantage. Paintballer managed to clear most of the infected enemies, and we're able to wait a little bit to get a little extra income from our coda. I then placed the barracks to clear up any remaining enemies towards the end of the map. Wave 6 introduces the first new enemy of medium mode, Armoured Rebel. It has 100 health and strong resistances against bullet and melee attacks. Luckily it has a negative 25% explosion resistance, so that paintballer can easily handle them. Be prepared for wave 7 because this is when the first hidden enemies appear. I was able to get hidden detection on my paintballer the wave before. The enemies are weak and a reminder to get hidden detection for upcoming waves. Wave 9 now spawns more easy mode enemies, Shielded Rebel and everyone's favourite, Explosive Infected. I also upgraded my barracks to a 2-1 and I'll show another new feature, a detailed unit information interface showing all of the important stats of that unit. Players are also able to change the targeting of that unit right here. Also, another cool feature I added is when a unit dies, it explodes into pieces. It looks a lot better with the new tower that I'll be showing in a future video, so remember to subscribe. In waves 10 and 11, I upgraded my coda to a 3-2, free from more income. And I placed another paintballer, which I later upgraded to a 2-3 to slow down enemies. Wave 12 can be quite tough for some players, spawning two new enemies, Infected Recruit from easy mode and Armoured Infected. Armoured Infected has strong bullet and melee resistances and only a negative 5% explosion resistance. The best options here are using strong explosive towers, lots of units, the wizard tower, or towers that ignore resistances, like 3-2 Sharpshooter. I defeated the Armoured Infected by placing another barracks, and they were able to sacrifice themselves to defeat it. I also upgraded one of my barracks to a 2-3 to spawn rocket troopers. In medium mode, there are 3 mini-bosses, with wave 14 spawning the first mini-boss, Infected Bomber. It's got very high explosion resistance, but it's very vulnerable to bullet damage. Most of my damage is from explosions, so I wasn't dealing much damage to Infected Bomber. Before the boss spawned, I upgraded my other barracks to 3-2, and they spawned in time to kill the rest of the boss. Wave 15 spawns Infected Armed Recruit, being a faster variant of Infected Recruit. They can easily injure Ron very quickly if you're not aware of them. Wave 16 spawns Infected Parents who also appeared earlier in easy mode. Wave 17 can be quite hard as it spawns 2 infected bombers and a new enemy, Volatile Infected. Volatile Infected is similar to Explosive Infected, but instead launches towards a tower or unit, stunning in a radius. I would spread out your towers a bit so they are not affected by the stunning too much. I managed to handle Volatile Infected by using barracks so that the Volatile Infected would target the units more instead of the towers. Even more Volatile Infected are seen in Wave 18, and you can really see how annoying they can be. They managed to kill all of my units on the path. Wave 19 is most of the same, with Volatile Infected, Armoured Infected, Infected Parents all spawning here. Wave 20 spawns the second mini-boss in medium mode, Infected Sharpshooter. Also spawning here are 2 infected bombers. My defense was very strong at the front, defeating Infected Sharpshooter with ease. but somehow I forgot about the 2 remaining infected bombers. And with a very weak defense at the back and relying too much on my barracks, I lost in my own game. There's like so much still to this mode and update. Next video I'll be showing the new tower for this update, so make sure to hit subscribe and leave a comment with what you want to see in this game.